Okay, so finally made a couple of compromises and I was able to get this taper attachment partially working at least. I don't have this upper section, the secondary part of it. I can't remember what that thing was called. And I was running it under power and kind of, running it back and forth, trying to move it into a higher gear, and it just sounds so freaking violent. I figured I would just run it in by hand. Anyways, at least now you can see that it's doing what it's supposed to do, more or less. And on top of all that, you can still do it this way. So, the place that I was getting hung up was this, well, not the gear itself, but this thrust washer, which I don't think is supposed to be in there. The thrust washer was getting hung up in between the teeth on the lead screw and or this gap between the round part of the shaft and where the teeth start. So at least with that eliminated, I can make it cut a taper. So, I still need to build this upper section here, possibly. I mean, maybe I will, maybe I won't, and see about figuring out what to do to make this correct. Oh, and the other thing that I did to help out, one of the nice things about having a lathe to fix a lathe, I was able to make a thrust washer, a crude thrust washer for back here behind this nut. There was just a massive amount of lost motion on that. Now it is a lot better. I mean, there's very little lost motion now, and it was all back there. I thought some of it was going to be in the Acme nut for the cross slide, but evidently almost all of it was back here. So, I mean, that's reasonably successful, all things considered. Still needs help, but this whole machine needs help, so pick my fights and battles carefully, and hopefully eventually I'll start actually making some parts with it.